doesn't it, Raleigh, in the walls? You see, that's just a joke that I like to use. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't fooling. Point blank. Or any shape or form. You know what I'm saying? But we see here with Judge Rags or whatever his name is, you know, Singhal or whatever, you know what I mean? A Trump appointee judge dismissed Trump's $475 million lawsuit against CNN News on Friday, ruling that the network, writers and television anchors, that referred to the Trump's numerous election lies as a big lie was an opinion and did not amount to a defamation. Now, that's true. It didn't, they're full of shit. In other words, let's just keep it real. CNN News ain't no more than a garbage piece of news and a ball-licking sucker for Joe Biden, demon Democrat, the deep state, and the Baphomet bloodhounds that suck in the planet. You know what I'm saying? Get out of my place. You know what I'm saying? We see Poland sounds alarm as Putin allies suggest Wagner's will invade the NATO country. You know what I'm saying? NATO country, okay. So Poland sitting up there as a NATO country. As we see, Poland didn't learn anything, have they? You know what I'm saying? And probably been a part of the bullshit in many ways. You know what I'm saying? But we see legislature gives water quality, you know what I'm saying? The Iceland advocate vows to fight on, you know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, as we see here with this brethren fighting for water quality. And, when you really look at water quality, is that something that human beings should really be fighting over? Let's look at this carefully. I want people to name one person that lives on planet Earth that never ever drank water and survived, all 65, 55, or whatever time of this time without drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Good, clean drinking water. And what human being can really do without it is my question. So why is there a fight for water quality? It's amazing to me. But it goes to show the democracy and the demon mockery, talking about democracy, and the garbage bullshit right here on the East End. You know what I'm saying? But the advocate vows to fight on. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. This look like it's coming in by, I think it look like Julia or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They try to hide everything down the line. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go in here and keep doing this bullshit because of people doing bullshit. But let me see what's going on here with this matter based on this situation. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Read the book. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that. You have to do that. Because there is a lot of people that seem to think that everything is just one big joke, and there is no reason to really look at the matter in any shape or form. You know what I'm saying? But you're buying bottled water. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, you're buying bottled water. You know what I'm saying? And people are making billions of dollars off of by selling you back the same water that should be free by a sovereign understanding of the creation of humans that need this on this here planet. You see what I'm saying? So we don't see why this would be an issue in any shape or form. Why is this an issue? Is the question that we must ask. You know what I'm saying? Why is this an issue in any shape or form? That people should be sitting up here fighting over water quality. It doesn't matter whether you try to hide the little stupid ass report, you know what I'm saying? It still come out to the same thing. Because legislature gives, equality, I guess the legislature gives water quality the Iceland. You know what I'm saying? Advocates are fighting on. Why should they have to fight on for water quality is amazing to me. And this has been a serious thing going on Long Island for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? But we see here, since they don't want to be known as to who put it out, oh, there we go. Julia Brannan, July 28, 2003. But we see here where, in this matter, when we're talking about water quality, advocates vowed to fight on after, the county legislature failed to put Suffolk County Water Quality Restoration Act on the November ballot. Doing so would have allowed, voters to decide whether to significantly boost revenues for clean water incentive. But if they boost the money, is you going to make sure that that is so? Because people should still be able to drink water from the tap right in their kitchen sink. You know what I'm saying? They should not have to buy billions and 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 billions of dollars of bottled water. This goes for Africa as well. You know what I'm saying? But we see many bills come on the table, but year in, year out. But we still see where it comes out to the same thing, where this will be on the table next year. You know what I'm saying? Next year. Again, this should be a solved issue, because there is nobody on planet Earth can do what I want. So now we see the even Democrats even taking water for granted. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if this is a Republican bipartisan group as well. You know what I'm saying? We have to look at this, because we need to hear from the Republicans where, that advocates should still be fighting on for water equality. And if it takes revenue to do so, then put the revolutionary products we need to clean the water up, filter it to make sure that when people drink it from the tap, they don't get cancer. You know what I'm saying? The trickery garbage that go on, like Andy Fauci, the motherfucking killing weeds. You know what I'm saying? We see judge orders a hearing on Trump's motion to disqualify Fulton County. You know what I'm saying? We see Trump tell the crowd he is the only Republican who can win the 2024 election, which is probably a great point, because I don't see none other that I would vote for, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one. You know what I mean? That would be a powerhouse based on the people, you know what I'm saying, and the truth right of things. But we also have to keep an eye and make sure that he does just that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people get in there, you know what I'm saying, and get things popping and all of this and that. Nobody's putting their hopes on that, but we don't see no other candidates stepping up. You know what I'm saying? We don't even hear them. We're waiting to see what's going on in more ways than one. We don't see no advertisement going on, none of this going on. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. All we can continuously see is this political theater. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? But we see Trump even, insult their governor and may be another, may be indicted again. Yeah, you indict him until you indict the light. You know what I'm saying? Your crooked ass. Everybody gonna, keep going on our same boat. We don't have time to keep focusing on Donald Trump. Why is y'all running behind Donald Trump as if you're a fucking idiot? You know what I'm saying? They running behind Donald Trump as if they fucking out their mind. You know what I'm saying? They done showed us something. Talking about superior. Yeah, superiority for the shit. In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? That's all y'all seem to be doing is running behind this man. In all ways. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. We even see many, many things that every time we turn up, that's all we hear about. We even see here where Governor Ron DeSantis, you know what I'm saying, he's putting forth his effort on getting rid of these creeps, you know what I'm saying, in all ways than one. But we see Republican Ron DeSantis call for impeachment of the creepy-ass president, wannabe president, cheating into the government, corrupted, long up head. You know what I'm saying? Long, it looked like something out of an alien ship. You know what I'm saying? People Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? They want to impeach him. They impeached Trump for a phone call. Imagine that. And the phone call really didn't mean much except some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They impeached him for a phone call. This is coming in by Toby, you know what I'm saying, Hazelwood, you know what I'm saying, the Newsbreak contributor, you know. But DeSantis back House Republican pursuing the creep Joe Biden to get his butt the fuck on out with his alien looking, long nut looking head, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one. It it's a rare thing these days that, you know, Florida, you know, Governor Ron DeSantis and Republican presidential hopeful, you know what I'm saying, that the Florida governor and Republican presidential hopeful Ron DeSantis would make any kind of statement that's vaguely supportive of his rival and one-term, you know, one-term President Donald J. Trump against the creepy ass Biden guys. I mean, he shouldn't have got up in there. I don't understand how, you know, people let that happen. But we see when they let that happen, all the series of things, and everybody's hiding exactly in more ways than one how they truly feel. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean when I say about that, because you have to be feeling something based on what you did to yourself. On the July 25th, DeSantis did exactly that. Or at least, you know, highlighting the inequality in his way of the treatment of Donald J. Trump, President of the United States, and creepy nutcase ass, alienistic, you know, looking creep Joe Biden at the hands of the federal law enforcement. Oh yeah. But you see, DeSantis, you know, saying on the show, I guess he announced his support for the impeachment of creepy Joe Biden, saying that the only way to get, you know, saying accountability, you know, since we're, you know, saying not going to get it from, you know, the nutcase wannabe sellout, you know, operating under the deep state command, no more than a puppet, you know, Merrick, you know, Case Garvey, the OJ nutcase ass leader, you know what I'm saying, and Christopher Wray from the FBI, which we know he's a sellout, a crook in any shape or form, driving all this chaotic mixture, you know, going all over the world and the bullshit they've been doing for many, many years. You know what I'm saying? Not because he now is the director, he's still full of shit. But we see here where, you know what I'm saying, we even see Speaker on Fox News, DeSantis pointed out the contrast in how easily Trump, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, had been impeached. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the lack of action that Republicans believe should be taken against creepy Joe Biden in remarks the Florida Republican stated. You know what I'm saying? You see, he's going back and forth. You see, this is how the demon Democrats play against the Republicans to make everybody look at only what they're doing. I'm not saying that the Republicans are squeaky clean in all matters and all ways, because we have many people who have crossed party lines. You know, one day a Democrat, another day they're Republican. Some people is Democrat, Republican, and Independent. You know, all types of different switch of rule, they can rule. You know what I'm saying? In itself. So we have to expect that not everybody's going to be 100% straight. You know what I'm saying? But it's time that the regular people and the people of the United States, you know, true-born Americans that live here, die here, you know, born here, you know what I'm saying? All these different things, whether you're foreign or not, but you've been here for over so in the mountains, you know, many, many years to your parents' passed on, and you're still here, you know, taking in control of government and all kinds of other shit going on. But at the same time, the regular people should be looking at their government more carefully, you know what I'm saying, to scrutinize everything that seems to be out of order, to put it back in its order. You know what I'm saying? They impeached Trump for a phone call. You know what I'm saying? They impeached him for a fucking phone call. Are you trying to tell me, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one, that Joe Biden conduct isn't as significant as that? You know what I'm saying? It's a way more significant. Man, what they just did to this country and this world and been doing great, straight going back to Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Bush, Donkey Jr., his father, Nixon, all of them. Even Democratic understanding of our government and corruption has been deep. So have we seen Republicans involved in the same mess from time to time as well. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the game they play. You see what I'm saying? Using our political situation. But the problem with that is, they're in control of all the money. DeSantis appears to be, referring to the mounting evidence that's been provided by some of the more outspoken among the core of mega Republicans, including Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, you know what I'm saying, who have repeated calls for an investigation into the pre-Joe Biden situation. You know what I'm saying? When we look at that, we have to see it that is so in all ways. You know what I'm saying? We have to see it that is so in all ways. Because we know well that seems to be a situation in itself. But we're going to leave that alone for now. You know what I'm saying? We'll catch up on that. You know, so when Marjorie Taylor Greene even brought to the floor some situations.
Mr. Speaker.
Right here.
On January 21st, 2021, I introduced articles of impeachment against Joe Biden. And less than 2 weeks later, I was kicked off all of my committees by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. They said it was for Facebook.
Okay, we're going to just try to bring it so we can hear what she has to say, because everybody have an opinion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On January 21st, 2021, I introduced articles of impeachment against Joe Biden.
This is Marjorie Taylor Greene.
And less than 2 weeks later, I was kicked off all of my committees by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. They said it was for Facebook comments and replies and likes, but we all know the truth. It was because my articles of impeachment on Joe Biden were correct. He was indeed abusing his power as Vice President of the United States. Now we have more information to prove that not only was I right then, but it was more damning than we already knew. But I'd like to roll back. President Trump was wrongfully impeached twice. And both of these impeachments must be expunged by the House of Representatives. But what I'd like to talk about is the difference in the type of information we have. The Democrats brought out the Steele dossier. The Steele dossier was written as a Democrat political opposition research paper. The information was written by a contractor and it was fed to the FBI with no transparency on subsources. The contractor had no primary source information, and the FBI operationalized uncorroborated claims to secure FISA warrant on political campaign official of opposing political party. Information was later debunked by Congress, the Inspector General, and Special Counsel investigations. But the mainstream media won Pulitzer Prizes on the bogus Russia narrative. And then they led the witch hunt, leading to impeaching President Trump over a phone call with the president of Ukraine. But let me tell the House what type of information we actually have. We have an FBI form called an FD 1023 form, and here's the difference for the public listening. On the 1023 form, the information originated from an FBI informant who'd been relied upon for many years and was considered the FBI's top informant. It was also paid $200,000 for multiple years by the FBI. Information was written by the FBI agent in official FBI form and relied on no additional subsources. The FBI informant was a direct eye and ear witness to the information provided. The FBI apparently took no action to further the investigative claim. The FBI has refused to describe any investigative steps to assess the investigative information. Therefore, it has not been debunked, despite White House's lies and false claims. The mainstream media has largely ignored the story or parroted the White House false claim. What does the FD 1023 form tell you? I'll tell you exactly what it says, because not only have I read it, I also have it in my possession right here. And this is a form that the entire American people, the entire public should have, because it's unclassified. But Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, forced us to read it in a skiff and would not hand it over to us. Thankfully, Senator Chuck Grassley released this form because it was provided to him by a brave whistleblower.
Wow.
This form entails the damning information that then Vice President Joe Biden took a $5 million bribe from the oligarch that owns Burisma. Not only did Joe Biden take a $5 million bribe, so did Hunter Biden.
Wow.
And what did Joe Biden deliver as Vice President of the United States? He got Viktor Shokin, the Ukrainian prosecutor general, fired from his job. How did Joe Biden, Vice President, get that done? He threatened to withhold $1 billion of U.S. aid to Ukraine until Viktor Shokin was fired.
Wow.
And you want to know what? He was fired. In 2016, Joe Biden himself bragged to the Foreign Council and told them that he got him fired. He bragged about it. It's on video.
Wow.
But that's not all they've done. Hunter Biden has also gotten his father on the phone over 24 times to talk with his business partners and talk with them about the business that they are doing. And even more so, in our possession, through our investigations on our Republican-led committees, we also have a WhatsApp chat that says, from Hunter Biden, I am sitting here with my father, and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. Who's his father? Joe Biden. Tell the director that I would like to resolve this now before it gets out of hand.
Wow.
And now means tonight. And it continues on. What I'm demanding is that the Republican-led House of Representatives move forward on an impeachment inquiry on Joe Biden, because this type of corruption should never be allowed to stand.
That's right.
We must expunge President Trump's wrongful impeachments, and we must impeach Joe Biden.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And she is right in 100% of what she just said. You know what I'm saying? Because if this type of evidence is on the table based on the truth and the matter of it, and it is so, then we must investigate this matter to its fullness, because now we understand and see where I did not even know that creepy Joe Biden had the Ukraine guy fired, because I guess they were working on the plans that we see going on now with Russia and NATO and this war thing. You know what I'm saying? And he would be in the way probably, you know what I'm saying, and did not approve of where he saw it probably going, or anything else in the case, or any bribery or anything else. It doesn't matter how they mix the water and the witch's pot brew stir. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same shit. So if this is in our government, and this is what this creepy ass Obama and all of them were doing, you know what I'm saying, that leading up to all this chaotic things that we see now, shows us that these motherfuckers is running around here with some Luciferian blood-sucking worship shit. I don't give a damn what they say. Anytime you walking around, with that shirt on with a little circle on it and a little white girl face on there ripped off on it and all types of other shit going on while you walking with a little kid smiling like an Arab monkey, you know what I'm saying, looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because black people sometimes, claim to be black, but they're not black. And then even black want to act the same way as well. So we have to shape that up, because we're not them. At all. You know what I'm saying? For what we seen went on in that situation, and no one was persecuted, or no one was put to trial and investigation, or none of this ever came out, showed that they block all this out in order to make sure that we don't see a collapse in government. Because if this is true in what it's saying, we see the bullshit in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? In plain sight. We even see where Georgia Republican tells voters they lied to you after Giuliani bombshell. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, while he's scratching his big ass nutcase head. You know what I mean? But this is coming in by David Moore, or whatever your name is. 2 days ago out the Huff Post. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go by David, because nobody got time to be scrambling with your name. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, You know what I'm saying? We see one Georgia Republican, you know what I'm saying, in this matter, he seems to have his opinion based on what we hear in here now. But we see in here where one Georgia Republican is hoping, you know what I'm saying, the recent confessions by Rudy Giuliani, that he made defamatory or whatever, you know, consenting to Georgia polls. You know what I'm saying? Georgia poll workers. Finally, you know what I'm saying, cause mega voters to open their eyes. You know what I'm saying? We see here where it finally caused mega voters to open their eyes. In a new filing, you know what I'm saying, the former New York City Mayor, Rudy Giuliani, I guess they're talking about, conceded that he made defamatory and false statement about Shea Moose and Rudy Freeman, but did not admit those statements caused damage to the pair. The two women are suing Giuliani for that assessment that he made against them based on the situation. But when we look at this situation, we don't know whether or not those women did what Giuliani had to say. There is no way to prove that. This is only proven with those who are there. You know what I'm saying? The general people will never really know the truth in the matter of any of these situations to have to do with anything to do with truly what we see based on how they went about cheating the election. There is no way for us to know that. Whether Giuliani made a false statement or not, you know what I'm saying, is not the matter. But at the same time, if he did make a false statement and accuse these ladies and put these ladies' lives in many ways danger, you know what I'm saying, just because you could not prove yourself that this was true, you know what I'm saying, would be a wrong thing to do. You know what I'm saying, on Giuliani's part, and he should know better. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we need to know for a fact, down to the letter, to the writing, to the core, to the this, to the that we understand what truly took place in Georgia. Was there is or was there not? We cannot know that because we cannot even check the ballots or none of that. You know what I'm saying? You put them in a warehouse and put the National Guard and then say you could check them and then later on change your mind. Say, no, you can't check them. And then they say, well, we might let you check them. And then later on, say, no, and then you put the National Guard in front of the booth. So we still don't see enough clarification on this fiasco show. But if he did do that, you know what I'm saying, everybody must be held accountable for that action. I'm not giving in to the women's side just because they're saying this is so and this is so. It's still not proven to me in no shape or form. It's, you know, we even see a homeless man shits in the workers' bucket in the New York subway. Oh yeah, we have all type of shit going on in the subway. Nobody ain't helping nobody to get them out of the subway. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just walk on by. You know what I'm saying? But we see Putin escalation in Ukraine shows that any fear of NATO is diminishing. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one.